So if you had to typify you as a brand, how would we position you? Like, are you thinking about speed and agility? Are you thinking about quality? Are you in a position that you're kind of cheap and nasty? Or are you in a position that you clearly really like dot the I's, cross the T's? And this is massively important about developing an image of who you are as an agent, what you actually stand for, and how you actually play out there in the environment. One of the greatest challenges is that agents have got this thing where we think that we've got to be the number one in a marketplace. And we get these awards from various organizations that actually make nearly everyone a number one. And when you see those awards come out, you go into social, and before you know it, you see the Academy Award speeches that I'm so humbled to have received this particular position as the number one agent in this particular area by this particular organization. Now, there's nothing wrong with that per se. But what the challenge is actually really understanding what does the customer actually care about. I'm reminded of the story of one of our clients going into a listing presentation, and as he's there in that listing presentation, the owner says to him, I just want to let you know this. We've had 8 of the number one real estate agents come out and see us so far, and to be honest, we don't need a 9th. And that was like a massive wake-up call of what you think the customer is actually interested in is very different to what the customer actually is interested in. You see, the customer is really interested in actually choosing an agent who's seriously capable at what they do, who can demonstrate that capability in how they actually go to maximize a sale price, how they reduce the actual stress during the course of a sales campaign, how they can ensure that the property will actually get to sold, and someone who can make it seriously easy on behalf of that particular client. Your role is to distance the ego and instead literally get to that position of credibility. And the credibility piece is about demonstrating the last 20 sales that you've done in that particular area. It's about your access to buyers that you've got because of the open for inspections that you've had. And it's also too about your agency or agent report card to demonstrate capability in the marketplace. And this is such an important part of what we do because in other industries, they don't talk about being number one. When was the last time the paramedic turned up to an accident scene and said, hey, look, here I am. This is where I'm ranked on the top 100 paramedics. Where do they go to? Rate my paramedic. You get the idea is that the problem is that we're so obsessed with actually trying to one-up the competitor that we're actually doing nothing to go and serve the customer. So seriously, great agents really understand that their number one job is to win business based on the customer experience. It's about the detail that when you actually go to book in that market appraisal or listing presentation appointment, that you get everything that you need to facilitate the experience on behalf of the customer. That may mean directly sending them and a calendar invite with that particular meeting time, a little follow-up SMS on the morning prior with a link to a video about people explaining why they made the decision to use you, making sure that when you get there that you are impeccably dressed and in the moment, and most importantly, that you're there nice and early, wait up the street, and then walk in exactly on that appropriate time, and really be there in the moment. The greatest gift that you'll ever give to any customer is really being present in that moment, understanding what their particular needs are and making sure that you can go to solve their particular problems with your solution that's in hand. Now, this is a really important part because what we often see is a lot of real estate agents that are posting and gloating about what they do and where they're at and how much GCI they've written and how many sales they've done and how many millions or billions of sales they've actually done this year. Where the really great agents, they spend the time about actually going to serve clients. You know, you can actually do great work and not have to put it on social. You can actually do great work and not have to make someone else in your organization feel insecure about their level of performance. Your job is to build people up. Your job is to build confidence. Your job is to get the customer in a position where they say, you know what, I absolutely want to use you because you're seriously good at what you do and I love the way you work. Make sure you demonstrate that. Make sure that you're clear about the reasons why people use you. Amplify what works and do more of that.